So we have been talking about acceptable meditation and how God actually is pleased when we consider His Son, and we in our hearts we look at Him, we focus on Him. But well, the contrary of that is a concept that is not often mentioned, but I think it is a very important meditation for us to think about. Well, not to think like this, but to consider this kind of meditation as a problem. There is such a thing, I believe, as an unacceptable meditation before God. And this is, the idea is that it's rooted in the old sin nature in our flesh. Okay? Meditation that God cannot approve, cannot accept. Not because He rejects you or rejects me, but because such thinking contradicts Him and harms our souls, and well, I'll explain in a sec. But the point is that this is something that I believe we all are guilty of, because we behind behind what we see, there is like the constant narrative in the back of our minds. We are talking and thinking about what is going on, what is happening, why is he saying that, why is she thinking like that, why is he, okay, you understand what I'm saying. And also about ourselves, like, why did I do that, why, okay, there is all that meditation, and unacceptable meditation that comes from our old sin nature often revolves around, I'm just going to mention a few things and give you some things to chew on and consider. It's hatred, constant anger. That is definitely a big piece. If anger can be justified, but if it's constantly there, that's an issue. Hatred, you're harboring hatred in your heart. That is a meditation that is dangerous. And let me just read Ephesians 4:31 and 32. Let all bitterness and wrath and anger and clamor and all evil speaking be put away from you with malice. And be ye kind one to another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, even as God for Christ's sake has forgiven you. So this is important, like not forgiving, but rather collecting hatred in our hearts. This is definitely an unacceptable meditation in the sight of God. I'm thinking about how bad they were, what they have done to me, and I'm not forgiving, and I'm just gonna carry that and pile it on and pile it on and pile it on. And then I'm surprised that I'm feeling distant from God, and I have problems in my, I have trouble in my soul. So anyways, that would be one group of things. Okay, let me just give more. I'm not going to give a verse to every one of them, but they are a good meditation to have, to consider. I was thinking about comparison, jealousy, unbelief. Okay, let me just read one more verse. This is James 3:14 and 16. But if you have bitter envying and strife in your hearts, glory not and lie not against the truth. But for where envying and strife is, there is confusion and every evil work. So this is important, because this kind of meditation, I think, like in the world as we live, we're used to comparing ourselves. We're used to comparing people with each other. And God very, like it's a very clear statement in the New Testament that really we shouldn't do that. Like we shouldn't put ourselves in the judge's seat that way. And that's not the right kind of meditation. That's not a meditation that serves our lives, that serves our souls, okay? These are thoughts that exalt the flesh, the old sin nature, and not Christ. They keep us trapped in an old identity, and it's not like a fresh new life that we can live with God. Okay, so this is, I think, a very powerful point that we can have this other kind of meditation, God forbid. And I want to encourage you, rather to focus on Christ. And if you see these things with yourself, then do notice them and do take note of them and deal with them and say, okay, Lord, so how do I put this aside and lead me in your word, and have a good meditation on that. God bless your day.